Guys, I'll be honest. Recently on this channel, I made melting cabbage and turned it into an Alfredo kind of noodle thing, and it was great. It was actually great. It made me realize the potential of cabbage, and today we're gonna unlock it even further by using cabbage in a lasagna. We are gonna make a noodle-free lasagna, and cabbage will be the noodles, and it will be keto, and it'll be amazing, and protein. Well, yeah, there'll be protein in it for sure, because we got meats and stuff. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking some cabbage, and if you want to cook this at home, well, you know, wait for me to finish cooking it and make sure it's good before you go and do that. Because you never know with my recipes. Sometimes they can end up not coming out the best. Gonna be careful. What I'm doing is I'm just kind of peeling this cabbage apart. I think that's the way to do it. I mean, there might be a better way to do it, but that's the way I'm doing it. And we're basically gonna cut it into like, you know, like 1.5 inch pieces like this. We're supposed to make them squares, but I can already tell that there's no chance of me successfully doing that. And so I am just gonna not do that. I'm just gonna do this instead. Because these are gonna be kind of like our noodles. And listen, I know you're scared. You're like, Dave, that sounds scary. It sounds like it's gonna be awful. I'm scared too, all right? We can be scared together, but we're gonna be all right. I believe in us. Yeah, this is a different kind of cooking channel if you couldn't tell, guys. All right. That's pretty good. Want like 1/2 of a cabbage, but I'm just gonna take a few more pieces. I don't wanna have too little. I feel like this is probably enough right here. If you guys like the cabbage videos, I'll keep making them too. Let's put this in a bowl. Is this bowl big enough? Yeah, just about right. I wanna take like a tablespoon or so of olive oil and just kind of coat it. I'm gonna do it like that. I don't really wanna get it all over my hands, but I'm too lazy to go get any dishes, so we'll just do it that way. Take the olive oil, 1 tablespoon or so, coat it, add a little salt as well, kind of mix it all together. I want to get it nice and coated because we are going to bake it to soften it up, to make it more pliable and noodle-like, noodle-ish. Mr. Noodle! Do you remember Mr. Noodle from Sesame Street? That's just a random core memory. I forgot all about that. So I put it on this kind of baking sheet. It doesn't have any edges. I don't know if that's a big deal. It's probably fine. So I'm just gonna spread it thinly on this baking sheet. I just gotta be careful when I take it out not to spill it all over the floor. There we go, like that. Add a little salt. Probably adding too much salt. Put it into the oven at 425 for 15 minutes. And this should be pretty easy, honestly. This should be a really easy lasagna that will help you stick to your diet. So we're gonna take ground beef. I'm gonna make a smaller recipe. You can double this if you want to make it a little bigger. So I'm going to use 1/2 pound of ground beef and 1/2 pound of just pork, ground pork. Italian style? Is this Italian style? I don't know. 1/2 pound of each of those, brown them up in a skillet. We're just going to cook this beef and sausage on a skillet over medium high. All right, our temperature's finally come up a little bit so we can move our beef around and flip it. And I don't know, my oven hasn't been getting as hot as it used to lately. It's like struggling to brown some beef and sausage. It's crazy. I'll just put it on high. That'll get it cooking. Okay, now the meat is cooking a little bit. There we go. Now we got that smoky meat going. I'm gonna add a little salt and pepper to this, I think. We don't want it to be too one note. A little salt on there. Throw a little pepper on it as well, like so. And just keep going until it's browned through completely. Yeah, we've had 2 other lasagna recipes on this channel. One was me trying to find the best recipe on Google, like the one with the most reviews or whatever, and cook that. And it took like the video's like 1 hour and 10 minutes long, and it ended up not being that good, which was funny. The keto one we did, which was like basically like a fathead dough noodle, that was actually really delicious and tasted a lot. Like you couldn't even tell it was not lasagna. But this one has the added benefits, hopefully, of cabbage, which has nutrients and things like that. That should maybe even be lower calorie and better than the one with the fathead dough. So we're really exploring the realm of lasagna. When I say jarlic, I mean this stuff. Basically the bucket of garlic. I'm gonna do 3 teaspoons, which is indeed the same as a tablespoon, technically. I should probably put it on the heat and let it get fragrant real quick. All right, that started to get fragrant, so I'm just gonna mix it into the meat. Then we're gonna add, I think it's 2 tablespoons or 1 tablespoons of tomato paste. Yeah, 2 tablespoons of tomato. Oh my gosh, look at this. I literally just bought this at Walmart and it stinking broke. Whatever, we'll just do 1 heaping tablespoon of tomato paste. It's all over my hands. Dang it, stupid Walmart, look at that. garbaggio. My heat's too high. I'm gonna burn everything. My hands are covered in sauce. Typical Dave cooking. Ah! It attacked me. Holy crap. I had to take it off the heat. Everything was burning and crisping and popping, and now my spoon has tomato paste all over it. Ay, ay, ay. Tomato paste all over me. Okay, add a cup and a half of rouse. I'm gonna wash my hands, but I wanna get the rouse in there because that'll cool it down and it'll stop popping. A cup and a half of rouse, low sugar pasta sauce. Mix that in. And my heat is like on a 3. See what I mean about my oven? Earlier I couldn't even get it to brown the beef. Now it's scorching my sauce. All right, I'm gonna put it over here, guys. Oh my gosh. This is our meat sauce. Very stressful meat sauce. I have to wipe my hands for the love of all things. There we go. Okay, wipe the hands down. Okay, so we're gonna add a teaspoon of dried basil. There's a half and another half, and then a half teaspoon of dried fennel. I still haven't washed my hands, but I got them clean enough. I have to go wash them. Oh, you know what I can use? This is it wasn't an ad, but it could be an ad for Dave's soap. DKMKT.com, I sell my own handmade soap. Now, I don't make it myself. I do get, someone else makes it, but it is handmade and it's awesome. All right, so let's mix all that in. That really wasn't an ad, but it was a good transition for me to mention that. I always forget to mention it. All right, mix up the meat sauce a little. Let me go wash my hands and get a new spoon. All right, again, my pasta sauce is still really scorching. I've got my heat set on a 2. This isn't supposed to be this stressful, is it? Anyways, mix it all up like so. You're basically simmering your sauce now. All right, so it has been 20 minutes, so our cabbage should be done. Oof, maybe a little bit crispy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Dave, what'd you do? All right, it's a mix of crispy and non-crispy. We won't use the crispy bits. There's plenty of non-crispy bits. Let me set this aside. We'll come back to that in a minute. Every now and then I have a video like this where you watch it, and by the time you're done, you're like exhausted. You're like, whew, take me off the ride. It's like my stressful cooking videos. I always like to have a few of those. It's not on purpose. All right, cottage cheese. Just a 1/4 cup of it. I hate to have to like blend up a 1/4 cup of cottage cheese. It seems like a lot of dishes for limited, what's the word? What's the word? Payout? I guess payout could work. Either way, 1/4 cup of cottage cheese. We're gonna blend it up with our Ninja Choppy Chop. It has a hard time blending this little though. Maybe I should add the ricotta in with it. I mean, it's definitely more blent than it was, but it's not super blentified. Oh, work smarter, not harder, Dave. I'll just blend extra cottage cheese and just take a 1/4 cup of the blend stuff out. That's kind of a waste, but I want to make sure I get the right amount blend up properly. Creative solution, and go, go, go. What in the world? All right, now I have some thoroughly blent up cottage cheese. That's what I'm looking for. And then I can just take a 1/4 cup out of that, like so, and put it into my bowl. Look at that. That's such a good solution. There we go. Then we want 3/4 cup of ricotta. You know, it's a lasagna. What's a lasagna without ricotta? I know some people make it without ricotta, but for me, it's like, that's a staple. So I'll take my 1/4 cup measuring thingy first. I'm such a slob. You can tell I'm getting tired when I cook this disgustingly, like when I make a mess like this constantly. Then a 1/2 cup. I'm gonna give myself the option to cut the part where I'm using my hands to put ricotta in and just be like, and as you can see, I've added 3/4 cups of ricotta to my 1/4 cup of cottage cheese that I blend up. Didn't use my hands. We're then gonna need a 1/4 cup of mozzarella, freshly grated. My mozzarella is at the end of the line here. It's basically all gone, but I'm gonna get every little part of it I can, even though it's like rock hard. Still good, it's still good eating cheese, guys. Still good eating cheese. 1/4 cup of that, shredded, grated? I think grated is the word. Look at that, perfect. Yeah, and then add that in with your other cheeses. And then we'll add a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder to this as well, and then mix it up. So it's all combined. I guess you could use like a hand mixer, or you could just do it by hand. I'm just gonna do it by hand, like so. It looks pretty good to me. Beautiful. Okay, so now we have our cheese layer ready. We have our meat layer ready, and we have our noodles ready. Let's assemble. Lower your oven to 375, because it was at 425 for the cabbage. We're gonna take our cabbage, which has cooled a little bit, and we're gonna make a base layer. Again, I'm gonna try to avoid the really crunchy bits. I didn't really want it to come out crunchy, but I definitely have some that are crunchy. We wanted it to be like buttery, like a noodle. So, base layer of cabbage, kind of like you're layering your pasta at the bottom of your lasagna. I feel like I didn't make enough cabbage, especially since I burnt some. All right, I'm gonna add my meat sauce on top of the cabbage. I hope this is good and not just dumb and weird. On top of the meat sauce, we're gonna add our ricotta, like that. Just half of it. You wanna save some for the next layer. This isn't supposed to make a huge yield. Like that, spread it out a little bit. Try to make sure there's a little ricotta in every bite. I don't know, it could be good. What would you do different, guys? All right, more cabbage. Some of you watching are like, I'd use noodles, Dave. More cabbage, cabbage, cabbage. Oh, not that crispy bit. Layered on top. I mean, this crispy stuff is good eating, but it's not what I want for the lasagna. Hasta lasagna, don't get any on ya. That's from Mission Impossible. Great movie. The first one. All right, cool. More cabbage has been applied. The rest of our meat sauce is gonna go on now. No holds barred this time. I'll make a mess all over the countertop, as is typical for Dave. Perfect. Then the rest of our, I really need like a spatula. All right, I found a spatula. So we'll use the spatula to get the rest of our ricotta sauce on here, which I feel like we don't have enough ricotta sauce, but this is what the recipe called for, folks. Man, that's really not much ricotta sauce. What in the world? That's lame. I want more ricotta. Oh well, mozzarella will cover a world of hurt. I would maybe double the ricotta recipe, but then again, I love the ricotta stuff. So, and it might taste perfectly balanced. I just would like it to have more ricotta. Anyways, mozzarella cheese on the top. We'll sprinkle the rest of our parm that I grated up on there as well. Can't go wrong with a little extra parm. Although Tina doesn't like parm, my wife. She says it smells like feet. And now we're gonna bake it for 20 minutes. Like I said, if I was you, more ricotta. I'll probably make that complaint again when I taste it. I'll be like, I wish I had more ricotta. But anyways, this will still give us an idea if the idea, the process, the project will work for you to tweak at home. I mean, the biggest thing is, how does the cabbage stack up in relative form to actual noodles, or, you know, the fathead dough noodles we've made in the past. So we're gonna give it 20 minutes. We're gonna take it out. We're gonna taste test it and see how it comes out. Cabbage lasagna, cabbage noodle lasagna. Oh my gosh, we're gonna see if this is horrifying or delicious, guys. I'm ready. Are you ready? It looks horrifying so far. Let's see if it has that lasagna vibe when we pull it out. It's kind of stuck to the edges here. I don't know, maybe. The cabbage looks like a little wilted, but that's not overly surprising. Let's just, what really matters is taste and texture. So let's get us some and see how it is. Oh my gosh. The moment of truth. The moment we've all been waiting for. We gotta get some beef in there. It's still hot. I let it rest for 10 minutes, like cool for 10 minutes. Still looks scorching hot. Okay. Hot. It's actually good. It's an option. This is an option. If you're trying to increase your cabbage, this is gonna be high protein, low carb, and it feels like a lasagna. You know, the cabbage definitely has like a little slime factor, more so than just like a lasagna noodle, but that's not crazy. It's like 10% more slime factor than just a lasagna noodle. But I actually like it. I would eat a whole dish of this for dinner. I would eat a good amount. If you were to eat a quarter of this, it would be 800 calories, which you probably shouldn't. You would probably want to eat like an eighth of this. 50 grams of protein, 60 grams of fat, and 8 net carbs. Let me know if you're going to try it, guys. Tell me if you did. Tell me what you thought of it. Check out my podcast, the Crumbs and Convos podcast, for a good time. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.